What is overly sexualized, but shouldn't be? AskReddit. Phone game ads for kids. Here in Denmark, a famous comedian shared a wholesome photo of himself and his baby daughter in a bathtub with bubbles and rubber duckies. And people had the nerve to call him a pedo. So for me it would be for fathers to bathe their damn children. I mean, come on people. Edit, thanks for the awards guys. Never gotten those before. There was a similar photo a few years ago where the kid had a fever, so the dad was sitting in a shower or bath with him. People were also calling him a pedo. I've even had people give me weird looks when I take the kids to the park by myself. Shit sucks. I'm 20 and my dad is 40. People have on occasion accused him of grooming me, or they give him nasty looks. Been happening since I was probably 14 and never stopped. I hate this. Makes me so uncomfortable as the daughter. It makes me so mad. People look at us like we're weird, and I want to just scream, "You're the weirdo." Do it, maybe don't scream, just say, "Yo, you're like really duckin' weird dog." Seriously, call them out. We're not weird, we're a normal family unit. You're the weird one for sexualizing a father-daughter family relationship. Stop being a pervert. Displays of affection between fathers and their children. Remember a phase way back where every time a celebrity kissed their child people would lose their minds. I'll admit it, I'm a grown man, and if my 2-year-old son wants a kiss, he gets one, and the fact that anyone would see something other than paternal love between father and his child makes me sick and want to attack them tbh. Edit, appreciate the awards peeps. Edit 2, I don't know about the Tom Brady thing. 3. I don't think you should tongue kiss your child. I didn't think I'd have to say that. 4. Saw the Tom Brady thing. I don't think he's tongue kissing his son, I think it was a little long though. I personally teach my son not to linger because it is weird. Unfortunately it does cause one to speculate, but the video I saw, at least I can't really say one way or the other. There was a thread in another advice sub a while back where a lady was asking about how she could get her husband to be more involved with their newborn. Fair enough question. The details provided were somewhere along the lines of the man refused to help with anything that involved changing or bathing the newborn, potentially other things, I don't remember the ins and outs. There was nothing else suggestive, insinuating or damning in the statement from the lady, only that the husband didn't do these things and she wanted him to be more involved with their baby. Fair enough in my books. So, I remember reading through the comments in this, hundreds and hundreds of them, every single one, implying the husband is hiding something, shouldn't be trusted near the newborn, must have evil thoughts, isn't a good man, probably has other secrets, must be this, that or the other. I'm sitting there looking at this on my phone, utterly confused about the mental gymnastics that went into arriving at this conclusion without any basis for it in the description. And I'm wondering where on earth do these pieces of shit keep coming from? People doing that is probably exactly why he doesn't do it. I dreaded having a little girl because I was so scared I wouldn't be able to clean her properly because of our gender difference. Like if it was a bad poop and it got everywhere, I'm afraid of cleaning anything but the bare minimum. As a new father, let me tell you that when you're changing about a dozen diapers a day, and especially when you're changing them at night, you are so tired that you can only have enough mental energy to do the task required to the exclusion of everything else. After 2 weeks it becomes muscular memory. This is 100% it. You become a mechanical poop changing machine. Even the smell seems to be nothing eventually. Edit, just don't breathe out your nose. Looking forward to that. Mine's just starting solids and the smell is rough. You never get rid of it, cause once they get out of nappies, they learn how funny it is to fart around you. Then they turn into teenagers and just smell all the time. My mom on Reddit. Sorry man, we just can't stop making yo mama jokes. It's not completely a joke when it's true. Teens on TikTok. Annie, she's pretty young. This answer is streets ahead. My father would hold grudges, I'll always hate him for that. Don't eat the crab dip, yeah. Children's beauty pageants. Damn things are disgusting. I will never understand why those exist. It's certainly not for the kids' sake, that's for sure. Disturbed mothers living vicariously. Teens in movies. Looking at you Netflix. They only get away with it by casting supermodels in their mid to late 20s as these teenagers edit. Yes, I get it, they somehow got away with making cuties. Yes, I agree, that's absolutely repulsive. I always thought that was pretty funny with the original American Pie. I was about to use Chris Klein as an example of someone who was obviously about a decade out of high school when that movie was shot, but I looked it up and he was 19 at the time. Eddie K. Thomas, who plays Paul Finch, was 17. Guess I just forgot what my friends looked like in high school. Allison Hannigan was 24 and Shannon Elizabeth turned 25 during filming. Tara Reid was 23. The only teenagers in the principal female cast were Mina Suvari, 19, and Natasha Lyonne, 19. By comparison, the principal male cast members were all 17 to 19 years old, with the exception of Sean William Scott, who was the old man in the group at 22. As you pointed out, Eddie K. Thomas was 17, as was Chris Owen, played Sherman, and Thomas Ian Nicholas turned 18 a few days before filming started. There was definitely a bias toward older, more sexually developed female cast members. And I agree, Chris Klein looked like he was about 30 in that movie and every movie. He's clearly an immortal who does not age and is probably older than everyone alive except Keanu Reeves. Funny you mention that, as Chris Klein is the great value Keanu Reeves. Media targeted towards 10 to 16-year-olds, basically those for whom puberty is either current or recent. Music, fashion, celebs, social media, etc. For real. It's disgustingly exploitative to target kids in physically and socially developmental stages and tell them that they need to be unrealistically attractive, fight adored in order to have value. The newest trend on Instatalk is young women getting nose jobs, Botox and implants and taking us along their journey. Showing how easy it is. And Dr. Smith was so nice. I had a blast. Sis. Your audience are 15-year-old girls. Is that where they're getting this? Spent a long weekend up north with family, including my 15-year-old niece who brought her 15-year-old friend along. They were legitimately talking about getting nose jobs and Botox and shit. I'm like, excuse the duck out of me, but you're 15. This explains a lot, as they were both on TikTok like the whole time. Big sad. Eating a banana or popsicle. I work at a juvenile detention treatment facility. One day a kid that was being released in the upcoming week said, "You know what I'm most excited about when I get out?" The group of us said, "What's that?" He was like, "I can finally eat a banana the normal way without someone making a sick joke." What the duck is wrong with people? It's a fruit, let people eat it. Shoulders in school. I mean, it's really your own fault for bringing them with you. Did you bring enough for everybody? I first read this as dick ass and I was confused how sexual body parts could be overly sexualized. It took me 20 seconds to realize you just meant the eggplant and peach emojis. I don't associate those emojis with their actual meaning anymore, lol. They really need to introduce actual dick, ass and pussy emoji to solve this. Shall I write to the Unicode Consortium? Heck yeah, but in the meantime, hash. This one is better : hash. You might benefit from some kegels with that stream. Vegetables, cucumbers, eggplants, etc. The sexualization of Larry the Cucumber needs to be put to a stop. 5-year-old girls. Pageant girls. Add the whole youth competitive dance crap too. A girl I used to date was telling me about her 5-year-old daughter who was in one of those dance groups. She proudly showed me a video of her dancing in front of the mirror like a ducking stripper. Yup. My niece loves dance, and that in of itself isn't bad, but these competitions are another story. I was horrified the first time I got to go to one of her events. She was about 10 at the time, and saw how my sister was behaving behind the scenes with the other dance moms while putting heavy makeup on the little kids, pulling their hair into tight hairdos. Barf. I love supporting my niece in her interests, but I hate the competitive youth dance scene. I'm glad as she's gotten older my niece has toned it down a bit by her own choice. Parents living vicariously through their kids, especially if it sexualizes them or overtakes their kids' own self-interest, often running them ragged with too high expectations or power trips or overbooked schedules, is just disgusting.